You don't become attractive by trying to be attractive. That's the first illusion most people never escape. They think attraction is built through looks, money, status, or loud confidence. So they perform, they chase attention, they try to impress everyone in the room, but the harder they try, the more invisible they become. Because real attraction doesn't come from performance, it comes from presence, and presence is something you cannot fake. There are people who walk into a room and don't say much, yet somehow everyone notices them, not because they demand attention, but because they don't need it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Most people misunderstand this. They think it's about happiness, but it's actually about self-containment. The more you depend on the outside world to define you, the less power you actually have, and the less attractive you become, because humans are wired to be drawn to strength, not neediness. And strength is not loud, it is calm, controlled, silent. In this video, you'll learn 9 Stoic traits that naturally make you more attractive without trying to impress anyone. No manipulation, no fake confidence, no tricks, just inner mastery. Let's begin. Trait 1. Calm under pressure. Most people lose attraction the moment they lose control. When they get stressed, they react. When they feel attacked, they defend emotionally. When things go wrong, their energy collapses. But Stoics do something different. They pause, they observe, they respond with control, not emotion. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has little, but he who desires more, that is poor." But deeper meaning here is emotional poverty. People who are emotionally unstable feel unsafe to others, and humans avoid what feels unstable. That's why calm people stand out, because calmness signals something powerful. Nothing controls me. Real-life example. In an argument, most people raise their voice. A Stoic lowers it, and instantly, power shifts. Action step. Next time you feel triggered, pause for 3 seconds before responding. Not silence out of weakness, silence out of control. Key takeaway. Calmness is silent dominance. Trait 2. Emotional stability. Unstable people are unpredictable, and unpredictability creates discomfort. One day they are happy, next day they are angry, next moment they are insecure. Nobody knows how to deal with them. Stoics remove that chaos. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." But most people misunderstand this too. It's not about being positive. It's about being consistent. When your emotional state is stable, people feel safe around you, and safety creates attraction. Action. Stop reacting instantly to emotions. Label them first. I am feeling anger, not I am angry. Key takeaway. Stability is emotional attractiveness. Trait 3. Self-sufficiency. Neediness destroys attraction faster than anything else. When someone needs constant approval, they lose respect. When someone constantly seeks validation, they lose mystery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, but also your independence from others' opinions." A self-sufficient person doesn't walk into a room thinking, "How can I be liked?" They think, "How can I stay aligned with who I am?" Action. Stop explaining yourself unnecessarily. Stop over-justifying decisions. Key takeaway. People are drawn to those who don't depend on them emotionally. Trait 4. Purpose-driven mindset. A person without purpose feels empty, and emptiness is visible. Stoics believed life must be guided by virtue and direction. When you have purpose, you walk differently, you speak differently, you think differently, because your mind is no longer scattered. Action. Spend more time building your life than explaining it. Key takeaway. Direction creates attraction. Confusion destroys it. Trait 5. Controlled speech. Most people talk too much. They explain everything. They overshare their life. But Stoics were different. Seneca said, "Talk with yourself instead of talking about yourself." Controlled speech creates mystery, and mystery creates curiosity. Action. Say less than you feel like saying. Let silence do the talking. Key takeaway: the less you say, the more people listen. Now I will discuss trait number 6, emotional discipline. Not every situation deserves a reaction. Not every insult deserves attention. Not every opinion deserves response. Stoics mastered emotional restraint because they understood something simple. Your reaction is your power. This is action tip that you should to ignore unnecessary drama completely, because silence is stronger than reaction. Trait number 7, quiet confidence. Real confidence doesn't announce itself. Fake confidence is loud. Real confidence is calm. People who are truly confident don't prove anything. They simply exist. This is action tip that you should to stop trying to look confident. Focus on being competent, because confidence is not performance. It is identity. Trait number 8, acceptance of reality. Most people suffer because they resist reality. They say, "This shouldn't happen. This is unfair." Stoics say, "This is what is happening. Now I act." Acceptance is not weakness. It is clarity. Action. Stop arguing with reality. Start adapting to it. Key takeaway: acceptance makes you powerful. Trait number 9, discipline in private life. Attraction is not built in public. It is built in private. What you do when no one is watching defines how people feel when they see you. Marcus Aurelius trained his discipline in solitude, not for show, but for mastery. Action. Build routines no one sees, but everyone respects. Key takeaway: discipline creates invisible attraction. There was a man who never tried to impress anyone. He wasn't loud. He wasn't flashy. He didn't chase attention. But something was different about him. When people were stressed, he stayed calm. When others panicked, he stayed still. When conversations became chaotic, he stayed grounded. At first, people didn't notice him. But over time, something changed. People started listening to him more, trusting him more, respecting him without knowing why. He wasn't trying to be attractive. He was simply becoming stable. And that stability made him unforgettable. Now, listen carefully. True attraction is not physical. It is internal structure. Calm mind-controlled emotions, self-sufficiency, purpose discipline, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They were not trying to be liked, yet they are remembered for thousands of years, because you don't become attractive by chasing people. You become attractive by mastering yourself. Stop trying to impress the world. Start building a mind that doesn't need validation, because when you stop chasing attention, you become the kind of person attention naturally follows. We are creating content like this every day. You are watching Stoic Mind daily. Subscribe for more videos. Like this video and tell us in comment which trait that you are going to apply today.